Hi boys and girls, it's Mrs. Rojas. Thank you for tuning in to Mrs. Rojas e-learning. So by now you should have received your new packet. This one, I'm sorry, doesn't have the cover. This is the Spanish one. So what you should have gotten in your packet, they might include other forms in there. So of course, as your cover page, you have your log. The log, boys and girls, that's going to be for your PE and maybe your music also. For Mr. Garza. So if you haven't been tuning in to or doing any pages for Mr. Garza or whatever he included in there, make sure you try. You do anything musical, anything that you're listening to songs, make sure you write it down. And that way, when your parents send pictures to your teachers, that way your teachers can also send that picture over to Mr. Garza or to Coach. If you're doing anything with Coach, make sure you write it down. Like if you're looking at the Facebook page that Coach has or anything that you're tuning in for him, exercise, anything you went for a walk, things like that, write it down and have your parents sign it. Send it so that way we can send that to Coach Longoria and Mr. Garza, okay? All right. So this is your third grade new packet. This is the last packet you're getting for the year, okay? Unless they tell us something otherwise, and we'll tell your parents. So this is a calendar. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks. This goes all the way to May 15. So it starts tomorrow. It starts Monday, April 20, and it ends all the way through May 15th. You're doing it by day. So you're doing math and reading, and it goes by day: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Okay. Now this is what you're supposed to do by day. For you to do this, you're going to do that on the answer sheets. There is one for math, answer page, one for math. So what's in this first box, that's what you're supposed to do from this day, Monday. Okay, you're going to answer it for math. You're going to answer it here. Whatever you do for reading for the day, you're going to answer it on the reading page, answer page, okay? So, and it's by day. We put the day for you. So you're just going to match what you're supposed to do here for math, do it on the math page. Whatever you're supposed to do for reading, you're going to do it on the reading page, okay? All right, I'm going to do the week in this video, okay? Because it's short. You're not doing a whole lot, okay? For your lessons, it's a little different, okay? Now, for math, it says write the multiplication facts, all the six multiplication facts. So go to the math answer page. This is the math answer page, and this is where you're going to answer that. We were already writing it for you. You just need to answer it. So for example, if you forgot multiplication, I'm going to do 1 times 6. So if I'm working it out on a sheet of paper, you can do the same thing. 1 times 6, and if you forgot, well, this means what? One group. And inside the group, I'm going to put 6 dots. So what's my answer? 6. Okay, if I'm doing the next one, I'm going to write it in here. If I'm doing 2 times 6, this means what? 2 groups. Inside each group, I'm putting how many? I'm putting 6. So count them all together. What do you get? 12. Okay? I'm going to do one more. And then you're going to do the rest. So how many groups? 1, 2, 3. How many inside each group? 6. And then what do? You count them all together. 6, 12, 18. Okay? And you keep going from there. How many groups? 4 groups. How many inside each group? That'll be your answer. Okay? Keep going. This one's only go from 10 all the way to 10. Okay? 10 times 6. So you're going to do that for Monday. So that's your math. That's all you do for math. Okay? And all of that goes on your math answer sheet. Okay? Now for Monday, you're also doing reading. So for your reading, it says read passage 1 and draw a picture for the problem. So you're going to go to passage 1. All your passages are on one page right here. So these are your passages. This is passage 1. If you want to number them, Go ahead, but it's by the week. 1, 2, 3, and that's passage 4. That's going to be used for the last week, okay? So passage 1, you're looking at the pig that saved its owner. I'm going to read it to you, okay? And then I'm going to explain what you're going to do after we read, okay? So remember, you're going to be using this passage for your reading the entire week, okay? All right. In the state of Pennsylvania lives a pig named Lulu. Lulu is a housebroken Vietnamese pot-bellied pig. And by the way, these are nonfiction little short passages for you, okay? It's giving you a lot of information. She is owned by a woman named Joanne Altsman. On August 4th, 1998, Joanne suffered a heart attack, and Lulu was so upset she went for help. She pushed open the gate to get to a nearby road. Witnesses say that Lulu would wait for a car to pass by, then calmly walk out into traffic and lay down in front of the upcoming vehicle. When a car would ignore Lulu, she would leave to check on Joanne and then return to the road and do it all over again. After about 45 minutes of Lulu trying this technique, a young man finally stopped and followed the pig. The man called 911 and help quickly arrived. If it hadn't been for this persistent pig, Mrs. Altsman may not be alive today. So this is a picture of Lulu, the pot-bellied pig. Okay? All right. So that's the story for the week that you're going to use. So for Monday, today, reading, it says read one passage, which we just read, and draw a picture for the problem. So now you're going to go to your reading answer document. That's the math. And here is the reading answer page. So Monday, look how much you're going to write on there, which means you need to write small. You can't write super big. Because at the end, boys and girls, for the week, you're going to send us a picture of what you did, okay? That's how we're going to grade you, okay? So, problem in the story. So, what was the problem in the story? What happened? What was going on? Okay? So, if you're thinking, and when you go back to the story, you're looking for your problem, okay? So, what happened? It could be various problems, but one of the main problems was that Joanne Altsman, right? She suffered a heart attack, right? That could be one problem that you could have identified and written it here, right? And she needs help, right? So with your pencil, sorry, because my hand hurts. I'm going to write Mrs. Altsman had a heart attack. That could be one of your problems, okay? You can continue. You can pick one problem of your own. If you're not going to choose that one, you can pick a different one, okay? All right. And boys and girls, I know my packet students also received their non-negotiable words from your first packet. Please continue trying to read all of your non-negotiable words. Okay, that's a great practice for you to get better in advance, okay? Also, if you mastered your 3rd grade list, try your 4th or try your 5th grade list, okay? And also continue practicing multiplication. That's always a great way for you to learn, okay? All right, this ends your Monday. We'll be back for Tuesday. Hi, boys and girls. So today is for your Tuesday, okay? So April 21st. So go to your calendar, April 21st. So for math today, you're going to write the multiplication facts for the 7s, okay? So remember, go to your math answer page. Here is your math answer page right here. And this is where you'll write down those answers, okay? So yesterday we practiced, or for Monday we practiced the times 6. Now we're gonna practice the times 7. So I'm gonna do the first 2 with you, and then you'll continue doing the rest. So 1 times 7. So how many groups? 1 group. How many inside each group? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what's my answer? Good job. Now, the next one, 2 times 7. How many groups? 2. How many inside each group? 7. Count them all together. What do you get? 14. So remember, this is your skip count by 7s, okay? You keep going and answering 3 times 7, 4 times 7, and so on, okay? So that is your math. Once you're done with your math, you can pause the video if you're still working on the math, and then I'll explain your reading, okay? So now for your reading, boys and girls. For your reading with passage 1, which is the one that we read about the potbelly pig, right? Find a word you do not know, write a definition for it, and write a sentence using the word, okay? So now for reading. So go to your reading answer document, right here. This is where you'll write the word, and you'll write down in your own words what that means, and then write a sentence using that word, okay? So I'm gonna do one example with you, and then you're gonna do one on your own, okay? Or you choose to use the same one. So in the passage, let's see if I reread it, which I want you to reread it. So take the time to reread it now. Okay, you can pause the video and reread it, and then turn it back on so we can choose the word. Okay. So if I were to choose a word from here, I want to say that I would choose the word persistent. That's a fancy word. So I'm going to write the word persistent. Okay. So persistent pig. So it says, if it hadn't been for the persistent pig, Mrs. Altman may not be alive today. So remember, we need to use those context clues. So on your reading answer document, you would write down that word persistent right here. And then just from what I read in the sentence, what do you think it means? Persistent pig. She never gave up, it said. So what does persistent mean? She kept what? She kept going to the road, trying to stop people. Nobody stopped until 45 minutes later, a young gentleman did stop, right? She was a persistent pig, which means that she didn't give up. She didn't give up. She continued to try. See? So I fit all that in there. Now I'm going to write a sentence using that word persistent. Don't use the same one that's in the story. Try to make one of your own. Okay? So any sentence using the word persistent. Okay? Go ahead, and that'll be your assignment. Coming up with your sentence using the word persistent. Remember, persistent means she didn't give up. She continued to try. So when you're being persistent, let's say you don't get it the first time, you keep doing it and doing it, use that in a sentence. Okay? Don't forget punctuation, capitalization. Okay, make sure it makes sense, and the word is right here so you can't misspell it. Okay? All right, boys and girls, that is what you're supposed to do for your Tuesday. Have a good day. Okay, boys and girls, this is your Wednesday section. So on your calendar, we're looking at April 22 for Wednesday right here. So for math today, all you're doing is writing the multiplication facts for your 8s. Okay? So don't forget, go to your math answer document page. Here it is. Math answer page. You're writing all your 8s. So once again, I'm going to skip down. You should have already done your 1s, your 2s. So I'm going to go down. Let's do the 4s. So if I were to solve 4 times 8, how many groups do I do? 4 groups. Remember, this tells me my groups. This tells me how many in my group. 1, 2, 3, 4. How many go inside my group? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see how neat you keep them? Okay, that kind of helps you get organized and count correctly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So now if you were to count, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Keep going. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, excuse me, keep going. 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. What's your final answer? 32. Okay, boys and girls, so this is your example, multiplication. That is what you're doing for your Wednesday assignment for math. Okay, you can pause it so you can get ready. If you're not done, finish it off. You can pause it, and I'm going to explain your reading. Okay, all right, so now, boys and girls, for your reading, you are going to reread the passage and draw an illustration for the story. So since I read you the story on Monday, you can always rewind it and go back to hear me read it for you again, okay? But this time it's you practice, okay? Practice reading it out loud to somebody, or have somebody try to help you read it. Or like I said, go ahead and stop the video, rewind it all the way to the Monday, because that is where I read it with you, okay? So read the passage and then draw an illustration for the story. So now look at the picture. You can even look that for reference. Think about what the story is. Draw something that kind of stood out to you from the story that you could fit in this little reading answer document section. Okay, so I'm not going to draw the picture for you. That is for you. Okay, be creative with your art. If you want to draw more, it doesn't fit, maybe get a separate sheet of paper, but I also want you to date it for which assignment it is, okay? So draw a picture about the story, all right? This is it. This is your Wednesday assignments, boys and girls. Have a good day. Oh, hello, boys and girls. This is your Thursday. This is April 23rd. So go to your April 23rd section, okay? For your math, it says write the multiplication facts for your nines. So this time, boys and girls, go to your math answer document, okay? So math answer page right here. And work out all your nines. So just like we did, I'm going to pick one and then you're going to do the rest. I'm going to do the fives. So 5 times 9. Okay? So how many groups do I have? 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many go in each group? 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, all you need to do is go ahead and go back, count all your dots, or skip count by your 5s, right? Up to when you get to your 9s, because that also helps. Okay, so then 9, keep counting. So you're counting, what do you get? That's 9. Add 9 more. 18, add 9 more. 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, add 9 more. 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, add 9 more. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45. So what's your final answer? 45. All right, go ahead and solve the rest. You can pause the video while you're working so I can start explaining the math, okay? I mean, not your math, your reading. Sorry about that. Okay. Now for your reading. So going back to your calendar. So for reading, it says write a list of 10 words that rhyme. So this time, you don't have to use your passage, but you might want to look at your passage and identify any, maybe 5 words, and then rhyme those words with something else, okay? So for example, if I were to pick, I'm going to help you with like 2, okay? And then you're going to do the rest, okay? Because this is all just working with rhyme, okay? So let's say I'm going in here. Let's say pig. So if I'm going to write the word pig, that's one word from the story. Let me pick one more. Let's see. Maybe gate. I just picked any random words, okay? You can do the same. All you're doing is doing your rhyming word families, okay? So let's say for pig, what word can I have that rhymes with pig? Maybe wig, right? Gate, what word rhymes with gate? Remember, we're looking at the ending. Oh, maybe late, okay? So this is 1, this is 2. You need to make a list of, and it asks for 10 words that rhyme, okay? So 10. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 rhyming words. If you run out of words to pick from here, go ahead and come up with any other words that you know rhyme together. So if I were to pick any other random words, maybe right, and I might say night, okay? Understand? Run, maybe bun, okay? So those are just random words. Remember, once again, you can use these, pick any of the words and get any other words that rhyme with those words you just chose, okay? All right, that, boys and girls, is your Thursday assignment. I will see you back for your Friday. Have a good day. Hey, boys and girls, so this is your Friday assignment for April 24th, okay? So let's look at our first calendar, math. So for math, it says write a fraction and then draw objects to represent your fraction, okay? So fractions, boys and girls. Let's go to our math answer documents. Here is our math answer page. So for Friday, fractions. So let's see. If I were to pick a fraction, maybe I might pick half, okay? I would write that here inside this box. I'm writing it on the board so you can see it bigger, okay? All right, half. So I'm gonna do any object to show you half. So if I were to do half, let's say maybe I'm gonna draw a candy bar, right? Or a rectangle. I would split this into how many parts? Into 2 parts, because remember the 1, it's the entire thing, right? It's whatever you're shading in, okay? So if I were to shade this or divide this into half, like that, I know that is 1 and 2 parts, right? So I were to color in a unit fraction, which is what this represents. So I know that this represents half. And I would go ahead and draw this right here, okay? And then color that in and label that as 1/2, 1/2, okay? Go ahead, boys and girls, and you think of a new one. Draw a different object, or you can come up with a different fraction. So maybe you might want to come up with, let's say, 3/4. Okay, so what picture could you draw that you can split into 4 parts? Maybe a window or square. Split that into how many parts? How many do you need to shade in? Okay, and show that here. All right, boys and girls, so that is your Friday. Now, boys and girls, for your math, if you're wondering what do you do with this page, it says this page is only going to be used for your math questions. You're going to use it, but solve on the answer sheet for math. So this page, you're not going to use it until week of May 4th all the way through May 15th, okay? That's going to be that page that you're going to use, and it tells you by question 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So don't worry about that math page yet until we get to May 4th, okay? All right, so let's do the reading now, boys and girls. If you're not done with that math one for right now, go ahead and pause it, finish it, and I'm going to explain your reading. For your reading, it says write about your favorite part of the passage 1. Okay, remember passage 1 is this one. So what I want you to do, though, is reread it, and then I want you to tell me your favorite part and why that was your favorite part, okay? So reread it, pick one thing that was your favorite part, go to your reading answer document, which is right here, and right here where it says favorite part, that is where you were to write. If I were to write what my favorite part was, I think I would write where the potbelly would stop in front of a car, right, to get help. So that was my favorite part, because that's interesting that an animal could do that, right? A little small pot-bellied pig, but he's doing that to help his owner, right? So I think that's my favorite part. You can write the same, or you can choose to write something different. So complete sentences. My favorite part was when the pig would stop in front of cars. And why would she stop in front for cars? And to get help. All right, and that is it. Boys and girls, have a great weekend. Remember, this video is for the entire week, so don't feel you have to do an assignment all in one day. You're doing it for the week, okay? Now, when the week is over, go ahead and snap a picture of this reading answer page for that week. Send it to your teacher or to me for my students. And then snap a picture of your math that you did for the week. Send me a picture, because that is how we're giving you a grade. Some of these we're also taking for your science and social studies, so making sure that you're actually doing your assignments and sending them over, okay? All right, boys and girls, please stay safe, and I will see you again soon. Bye.